Hello all, welcome back to This Old Save. Serious Lee's here, and of course I'm standing in front of a portal still. I am still farming derelict freighters. In fact, I've been farming them so much that we are in Galaxy 70. We skipped a bunch of stuff. No, I found space station contact on one of my saves for Galaxy 70, which is a lush galaxy, so I went ahead and transferred this save over to every other galaxy that anyone I've ever played with has ever been to, that I still had access to. Sometimes, if you only go to the space station and don't set up a base, you might lose access to that star system. But I had lots. I think I set up 6 new bases, and I've went and pruned a couple away as well, like Rumanawa base. I got rid of that one. I don't need a portal base and a base. I kept this one, the easy derelict, because we had to farm those cargo bulkheads. That's done. We're not going to do more derelicts today, but we are going to go take a look at the proceeds that we've got. I've still got way more work to do, but we should get our hyperdrive fully upgraded today. Well, fully upgraded with range modules. We'll see. No, not space stations. My bases. There we go. So I've gone through and I took the word base out. I know what they are. I don't need the galaxy name. It's written here. Unless there's a mission there, it'll override the galaxy. But I figured I may as well not just have them all just portal. Portal, portal, portal. So I put this galaxy name as well. The designation after is the number of the galaxy. Euclid is the first galaxy. It's a normal galaxy. 10 galaxy, lush galaxy. We have some empty galaxies. I do not have access to any aggressive galaxies. The other term for empty is ancestral. I think if you want to pick one of these from the Atlas at the end of the Artemis path. And the term for lush is serene. And I can't remember what the term for normal is, but that's the terminology I came up with. All right, we're going to stop by the settlement. Hopefully it loads in well. I noticed that we have a new building opportunity. And I think the freighter's there. If not, we'll call it in. So it won't take too long to install these modules. All the hyperdrive ones are gotten. I don't technically have to go back to any of the problematic derelicts that I found. Which was the one? The Invincible Iruno. That derelict. That's the derelict that made me go find 6 new galaxies to go to. 6 new galaxies because of that one. Turns out I eventually got it just by running through a bunch of derelicts that had bugs. I couldn't find a single derelict in like 12 galaxies for that address that didn't have bugs. So I just accepted my fate and ran it a couple times in different systems. I never ran it in the same system twice if it had bugs, but eventually I got the hyperdrive module. So we don't need to go back to the Invincible Iruno. Although we probably will. I can't build any big items anymore. I'd never get a second choice, and it's all small stuff. It's driving me nuts. I want a marketplace in my settlement. Give me a marketplace. I can't sell anything here. I don't have a base computer here, so I can't build my own stuff, and I can't build a galactic trade terminal without a base computer. And the only way to get one otherwise is to have your settlers want to build a marketplace. And that's just not happening for me today. However, we're doing great here. Let's take a peek at stuff. While it's not laggy, why not take a peek at stuff? This is running smoother than it has all day. I rebooted the computer all the way off, so maybe that's what did it. We're up to 55 happiness. I had a festival. We got rid of our prohibition on dancing. You can dance in this town now. Footloose, the movie, happened here. The festival is almost paid off. We got 2 more minutes to wait for that. We're not going to, though. We're going to take off. You know what? Let's make a save. And we'll head up to the space station. But this is also my teleport planet, galactic portal address, and we have used the portal here, so I will not have the space station in my teleporter list. Unfortunate side effect of your portal planet is it erases the space station from the list. I don't know if they fixed that bug or not, but it's not a big deal. We'll just fly there. While we're flying, I scrapped a ship. We're almost out of money, so we're going to have to do some storage augmentation farming for low-cost ones. We'll use my low-cost method at some point. We might do that later today. Emptied the inventory out as much as we could, and here's the modules we got by farming that we're going to keep. We'll go over them in just a second, once the tractor beam pulls us in for a landing. Another thing that I should check, I'm pretty sure I stopped at the space station. No, I don't think I stopped at every space station in every place I set up a base today. These portal bases, we could go take a look at each of these portal bases, but that's a lot of loading screens, and there's nothing to see there. It's just 2 solar panels, a battery, and a teleport terminus, so nothing to see. But I have remembered in some of those systems to stop by this guy here and buy my backpack slots. We are almost done. Looks like I did it in the home system. Of course I did. And the freighter isn't here. I don't see it anywhere on my radar. That's not my freighter. Whatever's behind the station here. So let's go call it in. And we're going to do some installing. Why not? Is there a freighter fleet there? We'll go over here then. There we go. And I'm fairly certain that I don't have any ships to scrap, unfortunately, so we're going to have to buy some low-cost ships looking for storage augments, because I would love to get this guy finished now that the freighter is, well, it's not fully upgraded yet, but it will be shortly with these. I farmed 1 extra than I needed to because I forgot we already got 1, and I went and farmed 10. Whoops, whoopsie doodle. 1 derelict run too many. Could have made a module out of that. Oh well. Alright, I don't know, it must have been resetting the computer because everything's loading in great today. I don't want to jinx it, but this is great. Additional storage, yes, that's what we want to do first. Okay, that's not all we can do. Let's do that again. Storage. And we don't yet need all of this space, but why not install it while we have it? And speaking of, we have something installed here that we don't want. 246 light years, that's awful. Goodbye, sir. We do not want you on our starship. What we want is a hyperdrive thing right here. Before we do some installing, let's take a peek. I have 2 frigate modules. That's not enough, is it? Am I carrying any? No. Starship? No. Let's look in storage. Still have the station override. That hasn't been updated to do anything yet. Found a couple hexplate bushes. I'm super happy about that. We've got lots of star silk thanks to our settlement. No, we don't have any modules, solid frigate modules. So we're not going to be able to buy any other upgrades. Let's see which ones we have already. Number 2, purchase upgrades. We have these ones. These do not access, well, they give 50 light years each, so they're not that great. These are the ones we would like to get, because this gives 800 light years. It's only A class, but 800 light years. That's huge. And this is the one we're going to probably want to put in the middle, if I recall correctly. of all of our S-Class ones. 300 is great as well, but we can't install any of those today. We only have 2. We could afford that. That's about it. We don't need that yet, so we're going to ignore that one. Okay, let's do some installing then. We uninstalled the one, right? Yes, we did. Okay. So, here we go. Salvaged hyperdrive upgrade, S-Class deployable salvage from the MV Yellow NODAT. And if we look at the same spot, here's the MS Uno 11, the Newman 3, the Invincible Iruno, oh, I hate that one, the Sister of Goriju, and the Hisomato 6. So, 6 different hyperdrive modules from different derelicts. I'm going to put these in. Let's move you guys out of the way. Sure, you guys can go here, and since you're there already, you can go there. And you guys are going to go on this side. And what's our hyperdrive range at now? 3,100. That's phenomenal. And let's just double check. 250 light years. 250 light years. Again. And again. And again. And again. 6 250 light year modules from different derelicts. That was the whole goal. That's what I've spent like a week and a half doing basically in this game. So hopefully that was worth it. Now comes the fun, mathy, weird part. As you can see, I have 2 mining upgrades. One from Sister of Goriju and one from Invincible Iruno. And over here we have combat. Is this combat? Trading. This is trade. Kochimi Hauler. This ship here, this Komichi Hauler, is a 246. I think that's the 246 one that we uninstalled. Or it's the 216 one. Either way, it's an S-Class, but these modules seem to be capped at 15% if they're S-Class. That's the only, or is it 10? Either way, they all give the same amount. And none of these should matter which one they're from. Isomato. Okay. So these ones were from 250s. This one was not a 250, but it shouldn't matter. It should give us the same amount either way. But what I would like to do is something similar to what we just did here, where all of these are from different derelicts. But I'm going to need all 12 of these spots eventually, because there's 4 different modules we want. We got trade, we got mining, there's combat and exploration. Those are the 4 I want, and you can have 3 of each in your tech and here. See, we got 3 hyperdrives. We're also going to need 3 trading, 3 mining, 3 exploration, and 3 combat, and then 3 more over here. So that is 24 modules total. And what I think that means is 6. We need 4 from each. Yes, that's exactly right. If I want to go through to each of the same ships, if I want to match the modules to these, I need 1 of each. So I need, what's this from, say? This is from the Yellow NODAT. So I need to go and find a mining, a trade, a combat, and an exploration from the Yellow NODAT. Right? Just 1 of each. We're going to put 1 here. We're going to put the Uno ships there. We're going to put the Hisomato upgrades here. But we'll need 1 of each from each one. So there's so much more farming for me to do. It's going to take forever, especially since we're hunting specific ones from each derelict, right? We need 1 of each. So at the beginning, it'll be easy. It'll be just avoiding hyperdrives and the useless fuel modules and the useless mission duration reduction ones. They do nothing, so we don't need those. I think then in that case, let's test these. Like I said, we know that's a 250. We just installed the hyperdrive bonus. Let's put this in. Oh yeah, it's over here. And let's put this one in. This one I know is not a 250. And this one gave 15%, and so did that one. So we're good to go. May as well put the mining beams in for now too. Mining beams, mining upgrades. So this is going to increase our fleet coordination as soon as we start sending out frigate fleets. That's going to help a tremendous amount. In fact, why don't we do that now? Do we have any fuel? Not a lot. Not much fuel. And we don't have a lot of derelicts. Let's see what's available. This guy looks like Ronald McDonald Korvax. Hey, that's only an hour long. I didn't. So's that. What's going on with these? How can we still have access to 1 hour long missions? That's really weird. Anyway, let's send it on that one because we have the Normandy and a combat frigate. May as well send that one too, level it up a bit. We didn't get to 5 stars, but we're close. Do we have any? We do. There, now we're at 5 stars. Bam. Easy as that. A launch expedition. You know what then? Should we send it on a longer one? Nah, whatever, it doesn't matter. Hopefully those guys level up. We're not going to wait around an hour to find out. What we're going to go do is spend some money, and not on more frigates. We need to get some storage augmentations for this guy here. This ship is amazing because of the Expedition 3 technology. This thing here, that thing there. I don't know what this one does. It says life support, but it doesn't seem to do anything or stack with anything. Like, it doesn't help your shields. Here's my shields. This is the shield module, not that. Don't know what that does. That's a great one. Advanced launch thrusters. In fact, I don't even have them fully upgraded, and they're really great. And where's the hyperdrive? Did I already go past that? Oh yeah, that's this one. Pulse, hyperdrive. Yeah. We got to get that thing upgraded. Oh, where are we going? We've got a teleporter right here. So, let's see what we got in the space stations list. That's where we are right now. We don't want to go there because it's a long runway. There's another galaxy we went to. Which one's that? I wrote it down somewhere. Let me just grab my notebook. Reach. Creaky chair. Oh, that's Galaxy 70. Husalvangewi. Husalvangewi? Yeah, alright, let's go to there. Let's go to Galaxy 70. I think this one has a short runway. We'll see what it is. We'll see. So I haven't done any testing here, so it's a good thing I grabbed my notebook. We're going to have to write some stuff down if we find any successes. Actually, we should write down all of the ship names we come across here, just to show that they're bad and not to buy them in the future. So there are going to be a couple loading screens for the rest now, besides the one we just had to get here, because we're going to have to do some reloads. Well, maybe we'll get super duper lucky and we don't need to reload at all. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's a nice short runway. Okay, autosave made. Short runways you can face any way you want. We could look this way and ships will still land. But if you point your direction, doesn't matter which way your character's facing, it matters which way your camera is facing, if you're not in first-person mode. Obviously, you can't separate those two things in first-person mode. So, now comes the fun part of waiting for ships to land and hoping we don't see exotics, because we have enough money to buy maybe 2, at least 1. The most they can cost is 12 million. The least they can cost is 5 million. And if we see exotics, they're going to be super tempting to buy because they're guaranteed. Well, they're not guaranteed, but it's a good bet you're going to get some storage augmentations from them. And S-class modules. Alright, what do we got? B-class for 1.1 million. That's sort of expensive. Is that a tier 2 fighter? No, that's a tier 1 fighter. Alright, we're going to try that one, because those are both sort of expensive for shuttles. Alright, you, sir. We want to make an offer on his ship. Negotiate price. It's a $1.1 million cost. What just landed? Oh, that's an even better one to try. C-class over there. We'll buy that right now, just so he doesn't fly away. We can reload anyway. There we go. Negotiate. 445. There we go. So, this one's called the Zawas of the Korvax. Whatever. Explorer, with the 2 balls on top. Let's see what we get for that one. Yeah, I'm not going to take the time to do this all proper like, because that would be a lot of me not doing anything while I'm writing stuff down with a pen and paper. Okay, Kiz Awas of the Korvax. So we paid 400 and something. It's costing us 100,000 units for this. Let's see what we get. We're going to get like 50 nanites basically in modules because it's C-class. But we'll just take a minute. Let the ship disappear. There's our ship. Look at that, a storage augmentation. So, we know that that ship is worth buying. Storage augmentations from that model of Explorer that we just bought are 100,000 apiece. We can afford to max out our ship if that's all we have to pay. Haulers are not worth looking at. Even the cheapest hauler costs way too much for this experiment. That would be worth trying, but we have a fighter to scrap. Let's try that. I'm really hoping this B-class fighter gets us. Was it B-class? Really hoping this one gets us one. So we paid 1.1 million. This is costing us about 300,000, a little bit more. And we are going to scrap that. Yeah, that was B-class. Let's see our exotic pop back up. Okay. See what we got. We got no storage augmentation from that one. So we paid 300,000 units for no benefit. And there goes that Explorer we wanted to try out. This is not the same one, is it? It's a C-class, so it's not the same class of ship, but it's worth a try. Now, we couldn't reload between every purchase. We could only buy one ship at a time. Scrap it and see what we get. But you can also do it this way. And just reload after you've scrapped a bunch. That's way too expensive. That's way too expensive. That's a tier 2. And so is that. Okay, or a tier 3. We only want tier 1 fighters or tier 1 explorers. Or tier 1 shuttles. That's what we're looking for. Alright, let's claim scrap. This was 550,000, so this is about 135,000 units for the cost. Let's see what we get for that. We're going to need to sell some stuff soon because we're going to fill up on our space. It's the downside of scrapping ships. Nope, nothing there either, so just that first one, the Kiziwawas of the Korvax or whatever. Alright, so let's reload our autosave. Let's get all our money back. We just learned about 3 or 4 ships that we shouldn't buy. We know one that we should. Hopefully we see that one pop in right away. It'll also be fun to see if that one gives better stuff at higher classes or less stuff at higher classes. That can happen. The S-Class might not give any storage augmentations. It's possible. Whereas the C-Class does. And even if it does, if the S-Class gives only one storage augmentation, it's going to cost us a huge amount more than 100,000 units per storage augmentation. Because the S-Class ship costs so much more. And we still only get 80% of the value back. So if we pay 3 million for a ship, and we get 80% back, well, let's say it was 66%. We get 2 million back. That's $1 million cost for one upgrade, and we can get them for 100,000. We just saw that. Let's see what we got over there. That doesn't look like the ship we want. That looks like a cheap shuttle. It's C-class. It's worth trying. Since we know one ship we want, maybe what we can do this time is just do them one at a time. And scrap them and see what we get, and do a reload. Come on, there we go. It's clicking, wasn't doing nothing. So a C-class, not too pretty shuttle. Oh, that's the one we want. And it's S-class. Oh, we're gonna buy that. So 1.8 million. We're gonna see how many storage augmentations this gets us. The shuttle might be a loss on here. If this gets us 3 storage augmentations, we're just gonna keep it. Keep the save. Okay, negotiate price. Ah, come on, mouse, what are you doing? What are you caught on? What's on the table here? 1.875. We know that one there, B class of this model, does not scrap for anything, so we're not going to buy that Viper. Okay, yeah, this is the one we want to claim scrap of. So 1.8, so this is a $500,000 cost, over $500,000. Let's see what we get back. Oh, I still had space, that's great. So we get some S-class modules, which is a lot of well, about 1,000 nanites, if we want to upgrade. Yeah, look, only one. We were, oh wait, no, we reloaded the save. This got us 2. So 2 for 500,000, or 1 for 100,000. So the C class is a better value than the S class. See? That's what you get for doing your reloads. You learn. That's still a great cost. There's no way we're going to pass up that S-Class. 1.8 million for an S-Class ship that gives 2 storage augments. That's 100 billion% worth it. It's not as good as 100,000 each, but it's pretty good. So this was 550,000, and it's scrapping for 350. Let's see what we get. We were at 2. I like to wait for that thing to pop back up so I know my ship. Oh, no, we're still at 2. All right, all right. Well, I think we'll take our licks. We paid an extra couple 100,000 for that, but let's make a save. Lock it in place. We also need to sell the scrap. So while there's a bunch of ships I don't want to test, we can test this one. It's a pretty cheap cost. I don't have a lot of faith it's going to work though. So let's upgrade our ship and sell our scrap. Apply, where's the upgrades? Number 2. Number 2, upgrade starship. Then we get apply augmentation. And yeah, we got 2 more slots right there to make a nice square, so let's do that. Sell the junk to this guy because that doesn't affect the economy of the system at all. Yeah, I don't really need activated indium for anything. Sell the tank of coolant, the cogs, quantum accelerator. Produced locally, I could get a better price if I kept it, but not worth that amount of better price. Once useful springs, I hope he finds another use for them. And I think that's it for now. Let's just double check our inventory, see how clear it is. Oh, it's not very clear. We're going to keep that though. Send that to the freighter. And we have a bunch of nanites to make here. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. So sell. Definitely the C classes. We don't need, oops, we don't need those. I think I'm going to hang on to those for now because we've never finished installing that stuff on our starship. In fact, I have 2 pulse engines here. No upgrades for the pulse drive at all. One pulse drive upgrade. So yeah, we're going to hang on to those. What about shields? No shields on this side, none on this side. So let's move that over there and just install this because these are always the same 30% value. There, we can take 30% more hits now. That's great. Oh, hey, that's the ship we want. Don't go anywhere. Explorer. C-class, that's the one. Here's another storage augmentation for us. Guaranteed. At number 3, make an offer. 445,000. We're going to get 313,000 or something like that back. So I guess this one is like 130 something thousand. Not exactly 100,000, but you can get them for 100,000. You can get that value in there. Yeah, 311. All right. Claim that scrap. Check our inventory. And there we go, a new storage augmentation, which is going straight into our ship. We could put this one into tech, just to not break up that nice square we just made, right? Tech. Oh no, tech is done. That's great. We can't put it in tech, but that's fine. We want more inventory spots. And we need, how many more do we need for me? 3. So we need to save $3 million. I'm going to have to keep doing this off camera. I found a crashed ship in the system. I found this crashed, and I couldn't scan the class, and I could walk right through the ship. Nobody has been here before. I don't know what was going on. Not happy about it. That was some free money I walked away from. Yeah, so I'm going to have to save $3 million so that we can buy the last of my slots. But I'm going to keep scrapping ships. Going to make some money between episodes so we can do even more derelicts because there's so much more I need to farm. But we'll get back to that next time. I think tomorrow we're going to be starting a new save, so keep an eye out for that. Until then, everyone, have a good time.